What is going on, people? It is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday, December 8th, and today we're going to talk about VVS Finance, man. So make sure you stay tuned and make sure you subscribe if you want updates for VVS Finance. I went away for a couple of weeks. I didn't update the people on the VVS token, but now we're going back again at it, and we're going to update you a lot more, man. So make sure you stay tuned. But nonetheless, VVS Finance, let's just get right into it. Talk about the price. We're going to talk about what's happening on the platform and some I would say some kind of short term price analysis here for VVS overall. But let's get right to the chart here. So VVS Finance here, you guys know based on the previous videos that we have mainly two charts for VVS Finance, right? The first one is the one on the actual platform. So we'll go here, so analytics, and we'll go to VVS token, and we'll go to price. We have this one here. The last price was at what do we have here? So this is December 1st. If you go to this chart goes back to November 15th, right? So couple things you need to. So the all-time highs for this chart here is somewhere around the 0.000034. However, on this side, the all-time highs is actually somewhere here at 0.00014 dollars, basically. So it's almost double. So this all-time highs here needs to double to get to this all-time highs. Now there's a couple reasons for that, and we know what the reason is. Overall, it is the fact that on the exchange at one point this daily limit, so for you to buy and sell VVS, was actually $300, and low liquidity on the order book. When there's low liquidity, then the price fluctuates a lot, and no one knew about it as well. So that also added to the fact that people wanted to buy it, people wanted to sell it, but they were restricted, and this order book was extremely thin. And when there's low liquidity, price just jumps up and down like crazy, and that's what we see here. However, on the actual VVS Finance platform, there's a lot more liquidity. There was no any kind of limits on the price action. That's why we kind of see more of a coherent price action. Like this, it doesn't snap up and down like this, and we have major wicks up, down, and anyway. So this right here was a lot. This is a more of a valid price action. This here was restricted, so I don't really pay that much, but we're still gonna take a look into it. So couple weeks ago, the daily limit for VVS Finance was actually 1,000. It grew, so they actually allowed more and more people because it had a discovery token label to it, and they don't want people to kind of jack up the price or plummet it. So they had limits. Now the daily limit is 5,000. So for other people that actually want to get VVS token, it was a lot more convoluted for you to come into the platform and buy it. You had to transfer CRO to the Kronos network, then bridge it to the Kronos beta network. From there, swap and do a bunch of things and jump through a bunch of hula hoops. Now you don't really need to anymore. You can just buy off the exchange. But let's get to the price predictions here. So for me, since we were talking, this was the all-time highs over here. If you guys remember that the drop we had, let me just remove myself from this. Let me just put myself on the side here. So when we dropped here from the 0.0003, looks like, this, I was waiting for a minute, right? I was waiting. There was no, Crypto.com did not announce it on Twitter. There was nothing significant. No one really knew about it. I remember when I made the video, it was probably I think it was 3,000 holders. We made the video a couple weeks after, we were up to 25,000 or something like that. So we'll check also after this. But looks like that this is where the zone that a lot of people were actually buying it. And the reason why, guys, you need to understand, when they first started bringing out this token and providing it to people, it was mainly not here. So we're going to go to mines. So earn mines. So if you guys go here, this APY was actually at 250,000 at one point. And when it first started, it was at 320. I think it was 32 million or something like that. What that means is that if you put your money here, overall at a yearly basis, which it obviously changes, you have 32 million% worth of VVS tokens that will be provided to you. I put in my tokens, and then I ended up over the span of 2 weeks, I had 25% of what my initial investment was provided to me in VVS tokens. I haven't sold anything yet, but that's pretty significant, right? But I caught it at I would say the 250,000. When I made the video a couple of days after, it was 170,000. But nonetheless, this is right here is how VVS token was actually being distributed. So a lot of people were getting that token, they put in, they stake, and they actually start earning rewards on that on a daily basis. And then in the beginning it was so high that you could put in some money and get VVS, and you go and dump it on the market. And that's what was happening, right? We saw just like there's a lot happening. A lot of people were getting VVS, and sorry, they were actually selling it back to the market right away because, people were actually making money. However, now that's what I talked in the previous video, that we wanted this to actually drop because this is actually affecting the price action. When people, a lot of people don't really care about what VVS is. They come in, put in, 5,000, 10,000, or whatever the case might be, just to make a quick buck. There's 3-day lockup period on it, and they get whatever VVS right away. They go right here to trade, they go and they swap it. They swap their VVS tokens for whatever exchange, whatever other token they want, or even USDT or USDC, so they actually can make money. However, that's what we wanted. We wanted this APY to drop, and it's been dropping heavily. The past 2 weeks it was at 15, what did I make the video at? I think it was 170k, 70,000 percent. Now it's at 1,400%. I actually like that because earlier people get rewarded. Okay, so that's good. But nonetheless, the more this drops, the more stable this price action is going to be, because not a lot of people are getting so much VVS that they're going to dump it, right? So that's what my next point is. Looked like, when, in the beginning, looks like people were interested at this price, and the reason why, if you take it from the all-time highs, drop it all the way to the bottom, 83% drop. A lot of people are going to buy it. It's backed by Crypto.com. It's by Particle B, and you guys can go check it out. Go check out the white paper. VVS Finance is made by, the set of smart contracts provided by Particle B. And Particle B was founded by Gary Orr, which was the co-founder of Crypto.com and the CTO of Crypto.com. So a lot of backing from Crypto.com is coming. They posted, a couple tweets about it only. But nonetheless, there's been so many developments happening on the VVS Finance platform that makes me think that there's a marketing campaign coming from Crypto.com for VVS Finance DeFi, right? Because Crypto.com needs to offer DeFi services. They made their DeFi wallet, and mainly they've been focusing heavily on VVS Finance platform to provide those DeFi services. And soon, recently they added Beefy Finance, which is another DeFi platform. Which, let me know if you guys want me to make another video about Beefy Finance or BiFi Finance. I don't even know how to pronounce it, to be honest. But anyway, so nonetheless, this is dropping. I want this to drop more people are actually holding the token. We see here that this right here was the support. This is where people were interested in, and ever since, we haven't really touched that area mainly yet. In my opinion, this is going to be a very valid area, and the reason why is because VVS Finance actually pushed up all the way up to here to 0.00014. A lot of people were actually taking their VVS and dumping it on the market here, but the drop is not that heavy, man. Looks like the drop is actually losing strength, in my opinion, because when we're looking, if a lot of people are actually looking at something like this, right, will cause the price to just literally plummet. If a lot of people don't want to hold it, it will just start to dump heavily. I don't know. This is taking a bit of a turn, in my opinion. It's like kind of smoothing out like this, and it doesn't show me that there's heavy dumping coming from VVS token holders. I think there's a lot of hodling happening for VVS, and I think that the market is currently kind of excited for VVS and waiting on it a bit, especially when, if you see on the market, the exchange, the taking us back to all-time highs is like 200% away, so it's like 3x right off the bat, right? So I don't see kind of major whippy price action. Obviously, we leave this out of the picture. This is when it first started being available. A lot of things happen here, so you can't really take it heavily into account. Anything can happen still, guys. We need the market to talk to us first, but nonetheless, man, I don't see this just dropping right away and people fully heavily dropping this. So I like the fact that this dropped heavily in the past couple of weeks, the APY from 250 some, and now it's 1,000. Give it 2 more weeks. I think it's going to start lagging more and more. And, it's going to go back below the sub 1,000 region. So I like that because I don't want a lot of people to be dumping VVS on the market. And now let's just maybe take a look at I had some bullet points here just for you so I don't waste your time, man. All right. So anyways, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, man. I keep forgetting saying that. But let's look at the analytics here. Analytics, VVS market cap is at $203 million. Still very heavy. When I made the video, it was at 93 million. So it looks like people are adding more money. But look at the liquidity. Liquidity provided on the VVS Finance platform is at a billion and 400,000, billion 400,000, 400 million, sorry. And this is pretty crazy. This is pretty good. There's $1 billion locked on the VVS Finance, but the market cap is only 203 million. So keep that in mind. That's telling you that there's a heavy use case now for the platform. And if you guys go, man, if you guys go to the Crypto.com blog to see what updates, I highly suggest you guys go to blog.crypto.com to see all the updates they're putting up. I'll keep the link in the description below so you can read it. But they've been pushing heavy on NFTs. They've been pushing heavy on the just the exchange, adding more capabilities to spot and margin trading. And they've been supporting so many different blockchains. Crypto.com supports Flow Network Update and Hard Fork. They listed Orchid. Crypto.com supports Stacks Network Update, which I really like Stacks, but I never really made a video about it. What else here? Supports Crypto.org chain Draco 2. Theta's network update. They've been pushing heavy into NFTs, and what I think is happening, guys, is that because on December 24th, the Lakers and they're gonna host the Brooklyn Nets, and that's what was first when it's gonna be Crypto.com, arena announced, right? And I think Crypto.com has been, pushing heavy into their marketing campaign. Matt Damon, they have a partnership with the Lakers, Formula One, UFC. If you guys are watching UFC this Saturday, man, let me know what your predictions are in the comments. I'm pushing heavy for Dustin Poirier, but my friends want Oliveira to actually win, so I think I might be losing here, man. But let's just hope for the best. But nonetheless, Crypto.com has been pushing heavy for marketing, and I think that's only the beginning. When Crypto.com Arena gets announced, live from Crypto.com Arena, this and this and that, I think there's gonna be a lot of push for Crypto.com's ecosystem, the NFTs, the DeFi services provided on VVS Finance, and I truly think that VVS Finance is set to explode, man. 10 million plus Crypto.com users on the app, and that's only gonna grow more and more. And the fact that this thing has been, dropping, and they're, less and less, it looks like people are holding this, man. Looks like people are holding this. Let's see where this is going to go. Price action, price wise, I think there's going to be support here. I think a lot of people were buying, big guys were buying and holding up the price somewhere around this region. I think that's why this thing was not just like woof, just right away dropping heavily. I want to give it some time though, right? I don't know anything. You don't know anything, and if someone acts like they know something, you should be, beware of those guys, because, the market, no matter how, confident we are in the market always needs to speak first. And that's what I always say on this channel. So, yeah, but nonetheless, we go to VVS Finance here, 200 million market cap. Liquidity is at $1 billion. And if we go to, let's just go to pools here. Actually, so let's just go to tokens and go to VVS token. Looks like that the volume is not a lot. And the reason, that I like that. What that's telling me is that if we go to the price, this is the volume keeps dropping as we go further. That's telling me there's less and less interest in this current downtrend. And I really think that this downtrend is actually losing strength, guys. I really think this is losing strength, because the more we drop to the bottom, the heavier that pump to the upside is going. That's telling me that there's buyers coming in, and there's these people that earn so much VVS from the farms, from the mines, sorry, are not really dumping on the market as much anymore. So that's pretty good to see. But nonetheless, I don't even know what to say here next, man. Analytics, we're looking at the market cap. We talked about the market cap, talked about liquidity, total value locked. If we go to tokens again, we go to pools. Let's just see how many people are actually holding the VVS token. So let's just go. If you want to see how many people hold it, go to the Coronas Explorer, man. I'm dropping on you a lot of knowledge, man. Make sure you subscribe. VVS token here. What do we have here? We go to tokens. We go to all. This is me on the Chronos network checking what. So we have 51,000 holders so far, man. 2 weeks ago, this was at nothing. When I made the first video, it was at like 2,000, man. So, congratulations if you hold VVS token. I think this thing is gonna explode in the future, man. And I did some sort of a not price prediction, but price comparison. I think this can compare to Sushi Swap, not Sushi Swap, sorry, to what is it called? Come on, help me out, man. Binance Smart Chain, DeFi, biggest DeFi platform. Sushi Swap, no, not Sushi Swap. Pancake Swap, there we go. Pancake Swap. And if we look at what was Pancake Swap's, what do we have here? Let's just see. So Pancake Swap, let's see. What's the market cap for Pancake Swap? We're looking at $3 million. I think that's what we can kind of gauge where the market cap is going to be for, or the market cap margin or the growth margin for VVS Finance would be somewhere at $3 billion. And I think it would be a lot bigger, especially because in the marketing campaign. And if we're imagining, you know, that could take us somewhere there. And you got to keep into account how much, you know, VVS is going to be introduced to the market the first year. And I saw all your comments, and I do agree with the fact that, you know, how much 50 trillion introduced in the first year or something like that. That's why the API is so high. What we need to understand is that Crypto.com is very, very used to burning tokens. We bring up a lot of tokens, we flood the network with tokens, we collect data, we regulate the blockchain, you know, we add, you know, we want to, they're not focusing on the price much, right? So they flood the market with the blockchain, with the token, collect data, and looks like they burn every now and then, right? So I don't know if that's gonna happen to VVS Finance, but let's just see. By the end of this year, the end of this month, I think there's a lot of developments that are going to be available, and we'll see, you know, what we can actually compare it to. I don't like, you know, making price predictions much, to be honest with you, but a lot of you guys want it, but like, you know, 3 million and 3 billion for Pancake Swap, 200 million for these guys over here. So let's just put it for you, 3 billion divided by 200 million. And you know, that takes us at a 15x so far. Granted that they don't add granted that by the end of this month we want to see how much VVS actually gets introduced to the market, and we want to see if there's any talks about any burning tokens or anything like that. So we want to see what happens, man. But nonetheless, it's 200 million market cap, man. It's pretty low. Whatever, no matter what you say, it's pretty low. So I understand, you know, all the people calculating, and I'm an engineer, man. I know my numbers too. So watch your mouth, all right? Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. I'm joking. Have a great day. Check out the links in the description. I'll keep everything here, everything I talked about. Make sure you read their blog. Don't trust, verify. Always go and verify and do your own research. God bless you, man. I'm done. I need some water. Thank you guys for watching.